Good morning, everybody. Here we are at home on the farm. We have our garden day today. We have a weekly garden group come over to our farm and we work towards our community's food security. To keep it plain and simple, we don't want to keep relying on mainstream agriculture, so we're trying to take it, oh my God, into our own hands and do that ourselves. So for some reason I've thought up of this interesting table arrangement and yeah, I think it gives us more room. We might be doing some potting of some things. All the beautiful seedlings growing. Welcome everybody, we have James here. James, it's garden day, isn't it, James?
Today it is, for sure.
What makes you come to the farm here?
I come here for the people, the connections, the atmosphere, the environment, the work. I come here for all the spiritual things, all the physical things. I enjoy being out here. This is what I think I need to do. So I'm out here doing it. I want to take action. I want to be active.
That's cool. And for people who haven't really heard of us in our community and what we're doing, how would you describe what we're trying to do to them?
We're trying to be proactive in a world that is complacent. We're trying to be one step ahead of the curve. We're trying to be self-productive. We're trying to be independent, but we're trying to be community-driven. We're trying to be for everyone. We're just trying to be the best version of ourselves, I think.
A lot of it is it is to enhance the amount of seedlings so we can grow more crops, as we're realizing about food shortages as well as quality of food, as this here has all the all natural organic, and we develop friendships here, and it's kind of it's something that I think it's an intrinsic thing in us to do this sort of activity together. So it's become more of an enjoyable thing that we look forward to, but as well as we realize too, because working in an environment like this or being in an environment like this, these seedlings and plants need care and nurturing because they're a living thing and changing and all that. There's predators that come up amongst and help themselves. So we kind of interact with each other and try to do this job together in a way to make it work, and as well as have that extra food security, as we are learning now in this month of September, and the shelves aren't what they used to be, and we realize all around us that a lot of farmers are struggling. There's fertilizer shortages, and there's just a lot of lack in confidence in the whole processes with diesel fuel expensive, and farmers, that really impacts on them and for them to continue. So it's kind of many reasons why we're here. And
I am here with Chelsea, another core member in our garden crew. What's your favorite thing about coming here on a kind of weekly basis?
Well, first of all, it's my absolute favorite day of the week, coming here. And my favourite part is when we finished work and we all sit together and eat together and talk and just, although working, it's the talking, it's the communication and the sharing, and it just feels like having a family.
Yeah.
Like, not that I don't have a family, but it feels like another family. Yeah, and it's beautiful. I love it. It's hard to explain. I feel like we're changing the world, basically, by just coming together. And I don't know. It's really hard to put into words.
The reality that we want to see, I guess.
Yeah, and and learning all the time. We're learning, we're growing, it feels like to me that this is the best way that we can actually change the world. By doing this kind of stuff together. Well, we're learning to live self-sufficiently, basically. We're growing our own food, we're learning there's all like little tricks to growing. There's things that I've been gardening for years and I learn stuff every time I come here. So it's, learning to live self-sufficiently, basically. But I also feel like we're raising the frequency of the planet by working together like the way that we are. I would recommend doing something like this to everybody and anybody, because learning to grow your own food is probably one of the most important things you could possibly do, so you can feed yourself, but also nothing tastes better than food that you've grown for yourself, fresh from the garden. It's still got all the enzymes and everything on it that we're actually meant to be putting into our bodies that aren't there from supermarket grown food. It's a beautiful way of life, and it's not just the end product of what you've grown. It's the journey of growing it and getting your hands in the soil and grounding and being with nature and learning. It's a beautiful thing. It's a passion, and I think once you start doing it, it's something that you'll fall in love with and you won't want to stop.
Oh, that's lovely. And it has been another wonderful day in the hothouse with the garden group. It's always a pleasure seeing these awesome people. We're working on our food security. We're working hard. It's spring, so stay tuned. There's going to be a lot more garden stuff and problem solving. I think we're going to get rid of some of these sheep because, my golly, they are everywhere they shouldn't be. So in here, this is one of our community gardens here. As you can see, we've fully netted it. Some of it has survived the intense wetness, but it's just been so wet that you can really lose your foot in here. So we've been careful with planting too much. But we also have our home garden, which we've had help with from the community, but also this is our little project and passion when we have some spare time. So we're setting up some garden beds down and along through here. They're going to be like permanent herb gardens and things like this. And then we've got these other beds planted out. This is chrysanthemum. We've got some broad beans at the moment. This is a full bed of silver beet, which is just starting to thrive now. We've got some strawberries here. I think these are onions and some leeks here. Our beetroots. So this is a developing space, you know. We're coming out of winter and into spring, and it's exciting to see where this space is going. We have a little bit more around the corner here with some celery, some silver beet, kale that's going to seed here, a bit more cos and some brassicas here. The slugs have absolutely demolished some of these plants here. That's what this trap here is for. It's a beer trap. You can see it has worked. There's a few little sluggies in there, but it hasn't worked good enough. So thanks for joining this kind of disorganized Monday. It was a bit of a shorter Monday. The seed sowing went really good. We got what we needed done. And, you know, it's just so good to catch up and sit down and eat with people that are like-minded and, you know, more than just once a week. And that's how we're starting to do that with this group, and it's really great. I really look forward to starting to share some more garden stuff, just anything we're doing really, markets and community stuff, and you know, just living the dream, living and pushing on. And I hope you enjoy and coming along for the journey. So if you did enjoy, go to Silk Road, join up as a member, subscribe and like and all those amazing great things. But you know, most of all, have a great day, get connected with your community, and I hope to see you at one of our events or in the next video or whatever that is. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.